guys. So today I wanted to talk about 10 reasons to keep going when you just want to die. I know it sounds dark, and sometimes my life is dark. I mean, it's not to be melodramatic, but there are days when I just want to die and think about ways to do it, ways to end it. Um, it's a passive thought, it's a daydream. I've never actually gotten to the point where I want to pull the trigger or, you know, walk off a cliff or whatever. But that's because I kind of recreate myself daily, and I find reasons to keep going. You know, the facts are I'm homeless. Uh, I'm older guy, uh, and I don't really have a future. I don't have a 401k to, I don't have retirement. I don't have money on a daily basis. I mean, I've lived a life, well, I could die any day now, so let's just live life to the fullest, and that's been great, But now that I'm here and have these disabilities and stuff, it just everything seems hard, and the things I want are so unattainable. Uh, Sometimes I just think about killing myself and being done with it. Now, I do believe in God, um, but I guess from a progressive Christian standpoint. So I don't really believe in heaven or hell, and except in living a life of hell. Uh, but even if I looked at it from an agnostic viewpoint or atheist viewpoint, um, even if nothing happens when we die, what if we just die and that's it? The end. We just existence stops. Some days I'm okay with that. Um, but uh, I have these kind of things that go on in my head that keep me going when um, I just want to kill myself. I just want to be done with it. The first one is sleep. Sleep is a great equalizer of bad feelings and um, really, I don't have a whole lot of energy anyway. Um, the anemia and the depression, those two mixed up, and they just make me want to sleep anyway. So, when I'm feeling like I just want to end it, I just want to kill myself or something, I sleep. And, you know, that's it. Sleep, get through a couple of hours, and hopefully I have a nice dream, and then I wake up and I'm feeling better. It's kind of like on a phone, when it feels like, on a phone when you've got too many apps open and, uh, and then it starts getting, your phone starts getting sluggish or whatever, freaking out. And then you restart your phone and suddenly everything's, super fast again and great. So that's what sleep does for me. Number two, food. Um, I really miss food. Good food, like on a food stamp diet. You can't really, in an outside diet, you can't really eat well. Chocolate is really my go-to. I gained a fair amount of weight because I'm, you know, you get food that, get that endorphins or dopamine or whatever the word is, good feelings, and food keeps me going. Honestly, um, I ate a bag of Reese's peanut butter cups, and that takes care of it, and that usually leads to sleep because you get that sugar rush, but then you get the sugar down, and then it's done. But good food, hot food. I don't really get a chance to get hot food that often, but when I can, I enjoy some good hot food, some toasted food. I enjoy toasted food. I don't really get that chance for that out here, but thinking about it's nice. A good beverage like when you've been craving something and you finally get it. But usually chocolate or chips fulfills it makes me feel good enough that I don't really think negative thoughts. while I'm consuming those things. So, um, I guess number three would be companionship, or the hope for companionship. Uh, contrary to popular belief, I am not the kind of guy who can do it alone, that wants to do it alone in life. And I know that's weird because I end up doing things alone, because I feel like there's no choice. And, I'm the kind of guy that says if I'm going to go on a backpacking journey or something like that, then I'm going to do it, hell or high water, right? I'm going to do it. And that usually leaves people behind because they're like, yeah, we'll go backpacking with you. And then it ends up, I got to work or something. I just go. Um, but there's a hope for companionship in the future. Um, I don't know about love or anything like that, but, the hope for, you know, companionship. I don't know what that means. Um, Number four, things keep me going. God. Um, Focusing on God. And that's hard for me because I'm brought down by the depression so much. Um, I listen to podcasts, not really sermons. I guess there are sermons on podcasts, but I'm not really a sermon kind of guy. Uh, Grace Point out of Nashville. I listen to their podcast, Josh Scott, and music that is God focused. The good thing about, God focused music is it's not like focusing on you and your emotions and, we are never getting back together. And, whatever, my immortal. It's not focused on problems we're experiencing. It's kind of, it's good feeling and stuff, but it's focused on, you know, something outside of yourself, and that feels good sometimes. Um, Number five is travel. A lot of times, what I'll do is when I get to a point where I'm feeling so bad that life is just untenable, I'll just get up and go. Just get up and go. I've done that a lot of times in my life. Walk across America 2, uh, going up the Pacific coast, doing my brief stint on the Appalachian Trail. Um, you know, that's what I do because I found that by walking and scenic views and things like that, the idea and also when I'm doing something like that, I would say I would add exercise, but like you know in order to get up and exercise, it's just very difficult. But like walking every day and focusing on a path, right? Like I'm gonna walk up and down the Pacific Coast or something, or I'm gonna walk here, I'm gonna walk there. It's a hike. It just fills me with new prospects, and so uh, travel definitely helps. Um, Alcohol and drugs. That's number six. The thing is I don't really. You guys know that I don't really drink alcohol. I don't really smoke weed. I mean, out here in Oregon, weed's legal, but I don't really smoke it. I have, but not since I've been homeless. This time around, last year, I do have I think I've got a little bit left in a bottle of rum somewhere around here. Sometimes, like, it just gets so bad that I really need a head change. Like, I just need those thoughts. Like, I can't stop the thoughts, and everything that I've tried doesn't work. So I get a Coca-Cola or maybe a Code Red, and I put a little bit of rum in there, and it helps. It changes my perspective. Makes things, it makes my head a little blurry, and just kind of takes away the clarity. And sometimes that's what you need, is to take away the clarity, the stark contrast of heaven and hell in this world. And okay, so number seven. Uh, Friendship. Um, I was watching this show on TV. I forgot what it was, and it was talking about, when somebody commits suicide, that it's like a bomb goes off. And the closer you are to that bomb, the more damage there is, right? Um, and so, you know, I wouldn't want to, in addition to having friends that I can talk to and stuff like that, that's very important to me. But I would never kill myself because I wouldn't want them to feel that kind of pain, Um, and like I said, my thoughts of killing myself are sort of on a passive side. I'm not actually actively planning it. I mean, I'm passively planning it. I'm like, well, how would I do it if I could? I don't want to feel any pain. I don't want to, I don't want to freeze to death. I don't want to drown necessarily. How could I do it? And be the least painful way to go. But I do think about it, and you know, but I've got this list of these things that I do to kind of get away from that, because um, some days it has already gotten that bad. Sorry for the blurriness. I don't know what's going on with this stuff. Um, okay, number 8, social media. I know it sounds kind of stupid, but you know, some days I'll go to the library or Walmart Wi-Fi or whatever, and I'll get on social media and I'll just be feeling really down, and I'll start doing like the reels or the TikToks, and I'll swipe, 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 and like I'll be there for like 4 hours just swiping, and sometimes that's nice because you can get lost in just doing that. Like you look up and oh, look how much time has gone by. And sometimes you'll find something like I listen to Ali Sherlock, um, pretty much not exclusively, but I really enjoy her voice on YouTube or whatever. And so I'll like get lost in in listening to music that fills me with the beauty, really, the beauty of like Ali's voice, or or somebody else's voice. It's uplifting to hear, even if it's sad music. Sometimes it's the voice. It's like, wow, that's just what a beautiful voice. And the idea of that beauty um kind of fills me. um and so I'll just get lost in social media, for a while, and feel normal, like it's a head change in and of itself, because it kind of takes me out of my tent. It takes me out of my life and it's like watching a movie. Suddenly I'm somewhere else, and it just feels, I don't feel that bad about my life. Number 9 is audiobooks. That's really something that really helps me keep my sanity. Sometimes I get lost in them. I don't really have any, like, I only have like the audio library that I have, so I don't have any new ones. But um, I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 series on them, so I'll listen to one after the other, and then rotate and go to the next series, next series, next series, and then go all the way back and start over. Um, and I've chosen authors that the narrators have really good voices, as far as soothing and calming. So sometimes I'll just be laying down here, and the thing is it what it does for me is it takes me out of the now, and it takes me into the story. Sometimes I just need to hear somebody else talking to me, um, and I don't get that on a regular basis. So it's nice. It's nice just to kind of, um, it's like having a constant companion. Anyway, um, I guess number 10 is the thing that gets me through is mornings, right? Um, Knowing that if I just get through today, however I do it, whether it's sleep, food, you know, listen to podcasts, whatever I do, if I can get through the night and get until the morning, then tomorrow is going to be better. At least in the morning. Mornings always start off hopeful. Uh, doesn't matter when morning is. It's not a time frame. It's when I wake up the next day. If there's sunshine, um, the sun really helps too. Uh, the reason I haven't put the sun on here is because the sun doesn't always help. Um, but usually mornings, if it's sunny, that's extra special. Um, but um, just the new day, it's like I start like a blank slate. Like I don't have all this crap in my head. Like it gets, like I start off more of a blank slate, and I can just kind of start anew. Um, But anyway, those are the top 10 reasons. Really the only things, and not top 10, but those are the only things. I guess there are little things um, that keep me going, but it's hard. Living outside is difficult. And not just living outside, but like I've been doing it for a year now. And, I don't really get showers. I don't really get to, oh, well, I'm going to take a shower and feel better. I'm going to groom and feel better, because those things can help. Um, and I don't really have a control or a choice in my life over um, external things, Um, I'm still homeless after a year, and that's kind of crappy, Um, and I don't feel like I have control in my life. So some days I just want to die. I want this to be over. I want to hit the reset button. I want to be done. But I keep going because, well, right now I'm just kind of, you know, doing what I can to get through the next day, the next hour, the next minute. And if I can do that, then um, maybe there is this transformation of spirit um, with God that's going to help me. Maybe I need to go through that cocoon, that hibernation or whatever, to come out a butterfly or an angry bear. I don't know, Um, but I keep going. I have hope that, not always, but I have hope that things will get better. I hope your road's a good one. And um, if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Obi Yeti signing off.